morning, reluctant gamer. You've beat me to it, man. Good morning, how are you? I was so tired. Give me a second. Mhm. Oh, that means you cannot do any talking. That means you have to be silent. Good thing you're only using your fingers to type. Yeah, good morning. Hope it is first. Happy Scotch Plays. Good morning. Goodbye, Xavier. Go back to your bed. Where's this? Not Xavier. Um, happy, happy Scotch Players. Go to your bed, happy Scotch Player. Go find something to do. It's the first thing you can do. Get up and start. Go find something to do. Get off my channel. Go someplace else. You don't have to be here. Go somewhere else and look for what you want. You're not going to find it here. You're not going to find it here. So go someplace else. And maybe you're older than hell. You're older. So go someplace else. I can't sleep. I just opened my eyes. Not even a good hour. No, not sorry about it, Xavier. I don't really mean you. I see your name by mistake. No, Xavier, I'm really sorry. It was not you I should have said. It's this Happy Scotch Player. As the name says, Happy Scotch Player, that's what he does. Happy Scotch around. Sorry about that, Xavier. I said your name by mistake. I'm sorry, Xavier. Really, really sorry. I'm really, really sorry. Oops. I'm really sorry. Even if you weren't a kid, I'm still sorry. It's not you, I should have said, was the Happy Scotch Players. And he happened scotching around, and then he come to make that comment, and I didn't look carefully enough to see that it was not you. So Xavier Hunter, I'm sorry. Even if you were not a kid, I must say I'm sorry. It was not your name I should have said. I should have said Happy Scotch Play. Because all he does is scotch and play, jump around. Yeah, that is why I need people time out at times. So he came on second or so, and that's what he has to say. If I were him, I'll go back to my bed. So he can go. Xavier, I'm really sorry about that. I'm sorry. As I said, it was not Xavier, I should have said was Happy Scotch Play. I just hopping around, hopping like a scotch, hopping. So don't feel offended, Xavier. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're reluctant. They are the ones that are so disgusting. They go around making comments, making people uncomfortable. Right? But he's not going to jump on my case so early. Right? I woke up. I was up most of the time. I didn't know the time was slipping away so quickly. So I said, let me get up and do what I plan to do. I didn't get to go on last night. Aliel, good morning. Hi, how are you, Julipan? I'm fine. Happy to see you. Hope you're having a nice morning. Although the morning is just starting for me. How are you calling Crot? I'm fine. Happy to know you're good. I'm so happy to know. I should have come back on last night at about 8:30 thereabout, but I was so beat when I was done with what I was doing. And I was not even finished. But I had to take a break. And then I said, no, I couldn't come back on feeling so tired and drained. So I went to bed. Well, as you see, I didn't put in a title, but I'm about to start my devotion. I normally try to read in the early morning a passage of scripture, and then we go into our discussion. So whether you want to be on while I'm doing the scripture, you can go wherever and do whatever, and then you can have your question or your thoughts that you'd like to share. I don't like to be the one who is always spitting it out. I want to hear from you guys so we can all share and interact, right? So you can think about what you want to say in a while, right? Mm. No, that's not how I do it here. I'm not going to talk about Israel and Iran. I'm not going to the politics of that. And I say I don't talk about politics, right, and different denominations in terms of religion. So I'm not going to go into that. And first, I start off with a passage. So I'm not going to get into this politics and religion. So, but it's still giving me so much problem this morning. Just find the passage that I want to do this morning. I don't know. The one that is giving me so much problem to come up. But I don't know why this thing giving me so much problem. Okay, I found it now. My passage, what I do, for those who are new to my my mornings platform, I do a scripture, I expound on the scripture a little, then we go into whatever we are going to discuss. And like I said, some persons doesn't like to hear anything from the Bible. My Bible that I use is on the tablet. So if persons doesn't like it, I don't have any bad feeling. They can go and they can come back if they wish to and share in that discussion. But first, I begin my morning with the word of the Lord. And that's what take me through the day. So I go through the word of it and explain a little, and then whoever have whatever they want to say, we can talk about it. And that I'm going to read from is Psalms 15. It has 5 verses, and I'm going to read all 5. Lord, who shall abide in thy tabernacle? Who shall dwell in thy holy hill? He that walketh uprightly, and worketh righteousness, and speaketh the truth in his heart. He that backbiteth not with his tongue, nor doeth evil to his neighbor, nor taketh up a reproach against his neighbor, in whose eyes a vile person is contemned. But he honoureth them that fear the Lord. He that sweareth to his own hurt, and changeth not. He that putteth not out his money to usury, nor taketh reward against the innocent, he that doeth these things shall never be moved. Now, as the word of the Lord says, oops, sometimes it doesn't move. As the word of the Lord says, we must always seek to be in the presence of the Lord. Some persons chose not to when they have a choice. But I chose to be always asking the Lord to cover me and my friends, family, everybody. Even when persons don't believe, I still ask Him to keep them safe in what they're doing and in anything that they're doing. Because wherever the Lord is to me, that's where you're safe. And outside of the Lord, I don't see any safety. I don't see any protection. I don't see any guidance. Everything has to be in accordance with Him. When you're with Him, persons who backbite you means they talk about you behind your back. They pretend to your face, but behind your back, they say something else. So these persons' tongue that they use, they don't use it for just good. They use it to cut you down. They will use it to tell lies on you, do bad things about you, right? And it doesn't mean that um, they are always genuine. You have your family, you have friends, they behave like hypocrites. Even on my channel, and if I'm not careful too, I can become a hypocrite. And I don't like to even think of being a hypocrite because we all know what hypocrites are. Hypocrites are great pretenders. And I don't want to pretend. If somebody on the channel should do something that I don't like, I think it's fair for me to say to the person, I don't like what you're saying. But if the person keep on doing it, I'm not going to laugh when I'm hurting inside. I'm going to choose the best way. So if we keep pretending, accepting what is not right, that makes us uncomfortable. Good morning, Sister Tetia. Um, it will make us even more be susceptible to those things. Because if you fear God, God will open the way. He will find a way. He doesn't have to go search to see which way is best. He knows the beginning. He knows before you were born. And he when he does things, he doesn't change. God doesn't do things and have to say, oh, I forget I should have done it this way. He knows. Because God is perfect. Hi, Carl Dela. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Sister T. Right? And persons again who put, as it says, he that putteth not. You don't put out your money to be used. That means they don't gamble. They don't take your money falsely to do things. Or take up a bad mind or a reward against your neighbor. Your neighbor doesn't have to be somebody who lives beside you. It can be your very house, somebody who is close to you. Okay, we are doing our devotion part of it. I don't know if you want it. If you don't want it, feel free to stroll along. Okay, I'm not forcing anybody. So if you don't want to, I won't be upset. You can move on. Okay, Carla? right? So if you trust in the Lord, all that He requires, then you shall never be moved. The devil can't send anybody to move you because the devil does things we would not even think because he's moving around as it is being described in other books, like a roaring lion. And we know what a lion does when it roars. The lion roars more time and it's hungry. It smells its prey. It knows something is in sight. So if we allow ourselves to be dragged by the devil into its path, then expect the devil to use us. And when he's done, he laughs at us and he move on to somebody else because he has his angels. He has his evil angels all around. So I believe the first thing we have to do when we're up in the morning is to call on the name of the Lord, give him thanks for taking us through the night, and give him thanks for what he has planned for us for the day. Because we don't know. Many of us are awake now, but we may not see the evening to go back to bed. We go into a sleep and we never come out of it until the trumpet sound. Right? Right. So thank you, Sister T. So I will come on the on the channel and pray. I pray and talk to the Lord before I hero FV. Right. So wherever you are, we can take a moment of silence and you pray for yourself. I mean, you pray where you're in your space. Pray for yourself, pray for whomever you choose, but pray in your own space because I am not a preacher and I'm not going to come up here and put down any prayer. Right? I pray off and away from the camera, right? So we can do that, and you can do that as often as you like. And if you're here now and you don't like what I'm saying, you don't have to make any bad comment. You can simply exit. You're back again, Ronald. Yeah. I don't know why he chose to come back. After his behavior, he's still returning. Can you imagine? Maybe he thinks I would not have remembered him, but I do. I do. My brain is not so shallow. Thank you, Tati, because he has to show up himself, you know. He has to show up. So, like I said, if persons should come on here, they don't like what they are seeing, they don't like what they are hearing, don't fuss. Don't fuss. Just keep moving. You'll find a channel that suits you. You'll find one. Don't think you won't. There are many thousands and millions of channels around the world. Hi, Mary. Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing? So, the person doesn't have to come and try to tear down anybody. You don't have to. You just keep moving on. Just keep moving until you find something you like. Right? I'm good, Maddie. I haven't seen you in a while, but I know you're busy. And I'm surprised to see this early. But I know you're a busy person. And you'll come when it's possible. So let us take a moment of silence and breathe a word of prayer in your own space, thanking the Lord for taking you through the night and giving Him thanks as well because He knows the plans that He has for our lives. Okay? Okay. Amen. Now this morning, let me welcome everybody. Yes, thank you, Tatia. Let me welcome everybody, those who are on, those who came on and left. Whatever their reasons are, they know. I'm so listening. This is a welcome song that we can get to our minds. And whatever you have to say, let it be something that we can all benefit from. I don't want too much no negativity, and let us be respectful. Let us make each other be comfortable. Don't let us try to strive to build any bad blood or animosity, any attitude that is not pleasant. Right? Welcome, welcome to Auntie D. Welcome to Auntie D. It's a pleasure to have you here. We're one big family. Welcome, welcome to Auntie D. Welcome to Auntie D. It's a pleasure to have you here. We're one big family. Welcome, welcome to Auntie D. Welcome to Auntie D. It's a pleasure to have you here. We're one big family. Welcome to Auntie D TV. And I do hope those who are here, you will tell others about the channel, be positive in your delivery, and invite them along. And tell them to come. We have a lot of things that we discuss, and Auntie D has a lot of videos, right? So they can come and watch and share and comment. Okay? So feel free. And whatever we do, let us be respectful to each other. Okay? I know some people doesn't like to hear the word respect or whether to give respect or show respect. They don't like it. They just enjoy going about hurting people. And I don't entertain that. And I don't enjoy hurting people. Right? That's why I read Psalm 15. He that doeth good to his neighbor, right? And if you do what the Lord says, you shall never be moved. So if you do bad things, you're going to be moved. And sometimes we move our own self. So don't stay on if you don't like what is happening. Maybe you'll find something someplace else, a little more to your likeness, where you can enjoy. So don't stay stuck with Auntie D and then complain about her channel. That's not right. Okay? Good. So, my dear sister Teddy, I saw something in the media. Let me apologize. I really wanted to come back last night, but I tell you, I was beat. I was dead beat because I was trying to push what I had to do, even though I'm not fully finished, but I should be finished later because, like I said, today is a public holiday. They say federal holiday, so it's a state, countrywide, throughout the whole country. But that doesn't mean that people don't go to work. People do go to work. I could have gone too, but I say let me enjoy the rest, right? Let me enjoy the rest. And it's not just a rest of being in bed. I'm able to do some things that I could not get done up to last night. And I'm glad I made my decision to stay home today. So I won't be staying home to do house chores. I'm staying home because I want to do things for my channel. Right? Somebody's supposed to come across and have a little meeting, how to do certain things. So that I have to do. And believe you me, to do videos takes a lot of energy in the research. So that's how it was. And I said, persons are there looking up maybe, but once the time that I gave passed, they would know that I'm not on. And that's why you keep your notification bell on all. So whatever I do with the channel, you're going to be the first one to know. Right? So I saw where I know that KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, is a special brand. And I do like KFC, but it's been a long while I've not had any. But growing up, I always like it. And even a few years ago, I still have it, but I've not had any of that for quite a while. And I was looking in this, looking where someone posted. I'm going to go again because I couldn't believe my eyes. They are celebrating their 50th birthday, and that's 50 years since they're in Jamaica. And or maybe, yeah, but I've known them for quite a while. Or if it's, I don't think it's 50 years worldwide, but I think it's 50 years in Jamaica. And their deal that they had was, I don't know if Texas, you know, I was surprised, I didn't know. The deal they had was you buy a three-piece meal deal, which I normally buy too. You get another meal deal with it. So you buy one, you get one, another. So you can imagine 20 persons go buying one, the same meal deal. So if everybody from the home go and buy, yeah, yes. And that video is not finished for me yet, but I have to talk about it on my live. And when I see how the people then pack up out by the stretch, the people them in the vehicle line gone back to the stoplight. It was all over about a couple of different, I think it was throughout the whole island because you know you have KFC everywhere. But this person who showed it, he showed where he was familiar with, right? So I guess other places, maybe Mobi and Sav, because it doesn't take much for especially Sav 1 to be full. Mobi is bigger than Sav, but the space is the same. It looks so bad. People were out there in this long line so early, pushing and quarreling. And as the door opened, some of them embrace each other, then fall down over each other just to go in and get, you know, it, I had to call it for a good while. I was shocked. I was out of, I just couldn't believe. And I said, what is wrong with these people? I mean, it didn't look good. It was as if you couldn't. I said to myself when I saw the crowd, I said, this couldn't be free, but it is cheaper for them to give the people the chicken. They don't even know where the chicken, listen to me, they don't even know where the chicken, you know what I mean? They don't know. And I'm not going to cast any bad things about the chicken. But we know a chicken story that came up some time ago. But I mean, to me, I would have been happier if they were going to give something that you can put in your house, like a little plaque, something, it's not every time. We should focus on our stomach. It's not every time. We are all poor, but give me something that I can take home. A little plaque. I can put it down and look at it. They could make, but you see, it is cheaper to give the chicken. It's cheaper. And you eat it and you go to the toilet and you pass it out. So you only have it in your brain for a while. Oh, we got chicken. After a while, you forget about it. But you have something to show. You put it down. Everybody come and look and say, oh, you got this from KFC for their 50th. And I like things like that. I like tangible things. It's not every time you get something, it must be something that you can consume. It's not every time. I'm not saying that they shouldn't do it. Everybody must have their own way of doing things. But I believe it could have been more, and then everybody go and buy, and maybe they could have made it a little less. But what they do, they sell it, and they say that as long as what they have in store is finished, then the deal stop. No, the people impact the place, then push security, then push worker, then fall down on the floor, then roll. It is where are people going? That's why I say I would mention it. I'm not saying that people should not eat chicken, don't get me wrong. But the way you leave your bed so early in the morning to go and line up, get a little piece of free chicken. And push and tumble and quarrel and make nice. How do people look at us? Look at that's gone all over the world. But it's showing up how much we are as a people, we are hungry, and it doesn't only reflect just one day, but it shows up. We are so hungry. The other day they had a chicken thing, I know about it. That they found and so. And this time, no, they don't even stop to think that I wonder if it was part. They don't. You know, I don't know what is wrong with people. Even if you're going to get food. So if somebody genuinely would have wanted to come, when they see that big crowd, they wouldn't bother. They wouldn't bother, They would just keep passing, keep strolling. But I believe people should be more. We are living in a civilized world. We must not only think about our stomach, what we put, think about the food. Because we eat today, it's gone to the toilet the next day. At least something I eat is and it goes same time. But come on, man. When I see people tumble down, it's not like when we were having COVID and the supermarkets were allowing only a certain amount of persons. It's not a, it's not anything like that. It's not anything like that. It's a fact that persons were there. You can't eat because if you're a fast food place, you just go and get it and move, or you can sit and have it right then and there because a person may be hungry. But nobody could have eat at anything in the place. The crowd was the people them outside pushing the door and the security bracing the door. And when they were able to push on the door, some of them fall down. I don't know. They could have had a stampede. So nobody could eat in there. Nobody could eat. And if you buy your thing to come out is another thing because the crowd is there. You can't eat. You can't enjoy a meal. You cannot enjoy a meal. It was so embarrassing. And it is all over social media. Because it was on TikTok all over. And I said to myself, this morning I'm going to just mention it. I'm not putting down anybody. I don't know their pocket because I know it's not cheap. But if I'm going to be out of my bed, to be in a long line like that, to go and get that one on top of one, I prefer take that money, go and buy the raw chicken and go fix it up. But and I don't know. If they didn't think of even giving, they could have given us say the first 100 or whatever, a slice of cake and a drink, something like that. If you want, but you want to just double down because the people are going to come because they have the chicken in supply. They don't even know if it's old and they're trying to clear stock. They don't know. Freeness mentality. That's what is affecting people, the freeness. Everybody wants things that are free. Nobody wants to put in any effort or energy for anything. It's really sad. It's really sad. It's really, really sad. I have to look deeper into it. Deeper. So I don't know if anybody. Thank you for your point, Mehdi. I don't know if anybody else want to say something. Yeah, that's what the man said when they interview somebody. He said he has been there from before 5. So I don't know if he knew about it. And he said by the time he got out, he saw this huge crowd, and that was imagine at 5 o'clock in the morning. And for persons, when they interview another lady, she said she's a late sleeper, but her family members, they are up early in the morning. So she gave them to go and buy for her. So I'm not saying that I could have been there, but I'm looking at it to say I wasn't going to leave my bed to go there and be out there. What if the freak storm had, you see why God is good? What if the freak storm had come at that time? The rain and the breeze and all of that. It could have come at that time. What would that crowd do now? They would be running up and down out there in the wind. So you see why God is a merciful God. And he doesn't treat us as our sin deserves because we are not good. Yeah, man, that's what I've been thinking. I was shocked. And it's when I was up, I went to bed and then I got up about after 1:30. And this thing bothered me. I couldn't even go back to sleep. It was very near to time for me to be out of bed. I started to get a little nap again. I said, no, let me get up and, be about what I want to do. I made a commitment And I said, let me push because I know I have iron in the fire. So I have to get out of my bed. Don't think I really want. This morning I said to myself, whoa, not going to work today. I should be. But I said, after I'm finished and I've had breakfast, I'm going to go back and get some rest because when I start the day, it's going to be very, very taxing. Yeah, it must break. Somebody must get cut. You know that the people that could have stampede and hurt even the workers. I hear some of them cussing out the workers. I know. Some of them are cussing off the people. Them. Me say, but what is this? I'm going to do the video. Honestly, I have other videos to do, but people must stop it, man. We are all poor. I don't classify myself as rich because I'm not rich. Mm. But right now, today, I want to do some turn corn meal because I'm home. And actually, I want to do it from when, and I hope I don't forget. You know, it's just so sad. It tells me like, what is wrong? Our people, they are just teasing up the people. They know they like food. We all like food, and we love finger licking good. We know we like that. But man, give us something else. That is why you teach a man to fish. That one day he'll be better off. Give us something else. They could have printed some books, and put some things in it that can help a person, even to fry the same chicken. But they don't give away their secret. But they could have done something else. They could have made some little pins, some little things that you can, especially if they wanted to wear it. If you want to wear a pin at my KFC, or you want to give us something that you can have a book. People don't tend to want to read, so I won't bother to say a book marker because people are not really reading the hardcover much. They're into technology. But they could give you a little thing, man, that you can put in your house. If it's even paper plaque, thick, not really paper, but something thick, they can put it down. KFC 50th anniversary. And it can be with you for a good while. I know some of us people care things well. Yes, I see that it was one big confusion. But it was a whole day affair. So can you imagine after school, all the place miserable? People fussing and children, when the children then storm the place, all the different schools. They didn't even they didn't even think of saying, let us transport the things to the school. Let us do so and so. No, they want to come to the place. I think it's gross disrespect to the people. And the people, they take the bait. They take the bait. Honestly, I would never go. I would never go because I just feel bad for my people to say that all we want is things to put in our stomach. We don't care about what we put in our brain. We think about our stomach first. So that's what I said to myself, what are why are people in position? I was wondering, I couldn't believe, and I say, I am going to put together the video and put it out so that persons can see how people behave when it comes to food. And even for that occasion, it should never be. They should never have no long line gone stretch all across the mall. It should never be. They must have lost their minds. I don't know who came up with that plan, but it was very, very sad. But and if they are going to do it to another day, they are going to go down there earlier. Just do extra right and they leave their bed. But I'm saying, Sister T, what if, what if the freak storm had come at that time when persons were all gathered out there? There were cars and there were people in long lines. What would have happened to them when this freak storm came and things blowing in all different directions and it's raining? What would they have done? They'd be running up and down all over the place because it was so early that the people, business places were not really open as yet. So I can imagine nobody else does any business on the mall yesterday because if they're going to open a business place, the crowd is there, they cannot manage because they don't know who is going to slide in and take out something. They don't know who. The crowd is too heavy. And you could see that there was not even an officer there because to me, why put an officer there? The officer need to go and fight crime. Officer don't need to come and straighten up people in a line to go and pick up two extra piece of chicken. The officers they work more than that. Taxpayer paying money for them to do a service, not to do that sort of service. It looks too bad, man. It looks too bad. But maybe it doesn't look bad to others. Maybe they like it and they enjoyed it. And maybe some go back several times. Okay, so maybe that's what he uses. So maybe that's why the crowd went because if he had not done that, it would not have happened. Maybe he thinks, but people, if he advertised it properly, but that is the plan. That is the plan. That was his plan. That's how he wanted it to be done. Because if it was not his plan, it could not have done like that. It could not have happened like that. So he wanted it to be just like that. Maybe KFC is not getting as much sale as before. So they take out the stock, they clean out the storage and prepare it. And what better way than to announce it on the big social mainstream media? Yeah. So the people were excited. They didn't know about it. If they had advertised it properly to say that, come in early, so on, they didn't advertise anything apparently. They knew it was on oh, okay, they know before. It was on radio on every billboard. The website was properly advertised. And with him going on the TV, to complete it, that's when the crowd now go and take it more serious. But I still think people, it was a wrong way. And they advertise it the way they want their business done. But I think the people did it wrongly. I think they did it wrongly. Even though we need things, we must not let people know that we are that desperate. Right? And even some of them know they take the one money and go and buy it, not thinking about later or something else. Then they could use that money and buy something else. Right? Yeah, I believe you. I think they planned right because they knew about it. As you say, it was on billboard, so they were saving towards it. Okay, so now I know. I was thinking otherwise. I was say plan for it. I'm not going to kill anybody, cut down anybody that they shouldn't, but I just think that the crowd was unnecessary at the time, and it would have been at every of the locations. Yeah, because everybody want it as well. Everybody wants it. Because I know I'm not going to pretend. I like it. I like the one in Mobay. I don't like the one in South. And as somebody said, rightly said, most of the locations they taste different. Although it's the same thing they use, it kind of I realize I don't like the one in South. No, something is missing. I don't know if they have changed. So can you imagine the mentally challenged persons who doesn't have anywhere to sleep, is on the ground, sleeps on the ground, have on maybe dirty, smelly clothes, and they are there competing with him. So in other words, we are no better than those persons who are mentally challenged. Can we expect them to do that? Not us living in our beds. But all I know is that if the storm had come, it would have been serious. And it tells me that there are people who love our belly, love our stomach. So we can think of saying no, we should be given something else. We should be given something else. But I'm not going to cut down anybody because everybody must know the best way they want to, their business. Maybe the business was not doing well and they use it as a way to, but everybody have expense in their business, you know. Oh my God. Have a blessed day, Maddie. Nice to see you. I know you're a busy person, and that's how it goes. We cannot all be on live at the same time. See, I was on twice yesterday. I wanted to do a third, and I couldn't make it. So I like the morning, so I come on the morning. But I still not giving up the evening because that's how some people are able to come on. So you have a pleasant day, and whatever you do, be safe and have a very God bless day. I know you're a busy person, so when you do pop in, I appreciate it. Bye, Maddie. Bye, bye, Maddie. Have a good time. Have a good time. Bye, Maddie. Have a great day. Have a great day. I'm doing an orange. I don't know why my face and must get something to eat so early. Yes, people, so that's how it goes. That's how it goes. So, Sister Ted, I'm not going to hold it too long. Sometimes it's long, sometimes it's short. Because as much as I know, my heart was so blessed yesterday. I'm not telling no lie. I wake up early in the night after one, reliving the past yesterday. So I know that it will not be the same every day. We can wake up every day with the same mindset. But sometimes we're tired. But right now, I feel that after when I end the live, I'm going to get some rest. But I can't even rest. I'm just saying it. So much things to do. But I have a meeting later this afternoon. So that's how it goes. So what are your plans? They aren't just sweet at all. Mm-mm. Wow. Because I had a sweet before, not sweet at all. Um, so Sister Tati, what plans do you have for the day? I'm trying my day, but sometimes right now I'm trying. Sometimes it make me tired. My heart was blessed yesterday, and I tried to come on, but I couldn't make it. And then I said, okay, I'm going to do it early this morning. And I woke up after one, trying to think about what I'm going to do here. Oh, you reach work. That's nice. That you're off the road. That you're off the road. Those crazy drivers at times. Sometimes it's kind of difficult. ain't not sweet at all. And because I had something before. So maybe this morning is one of those mornings. And today, as I say, it's a holiday. So persons are going to, if I had remembered, I would have said that I would be coming on this time this early. But persons are at home. They're not going to be up out of their bed early. But I'm happy that I'm here and that I can always rely on my sister to be with me. It's nice when they're on. You see the person came back with that negative attitude. And yet you have to come back. But maybe he thought I remember. Oh, if he had not made that comment, I would have allowed him to hang on a little, but as he come, he start to blow fire, so I said, away. Yeah, some mornings will be on a little longer. Some mornings will be just ordinary. And this morning will be quite one of those mornings for holiday. And it looks like if we may have a fair day. It's very sunny outside. I know a lot of persons are going to be sleeping late and just move about lazily. But sleeping late for me is not in my book. I prefer to be up early and do what I have to do and get back and get some rest. So, Sister Ted, I will just leave this to go on for a little more, but I'm going to exit. I'm going to, so hopefully I'm going to try a live. The time I did um this today afternoon. Yeah, he thought so. Sorry. Hi Lisa, good morning. Thank you so much, Sister Lisa. I'm just trying to have an orange. But the orange is not sweet at all. But sometimes it's sweet, sometimes sour. So I'm just going to consume it just the same. I like orange in the morning. So, Sister Lisa, yeah, I like orange in the morning. How is your morning? Well, you're not having morning now, you're having evening. How has your day been over there? How was good? How was good? Very good. Okay. Have you been having rain? Like how you're going into the what now? Into the winter? Sister Lisa always write a lot of things. Mhm. Wow. In her side of world, hmm. Lucy, I don't know what that sign means, but I'll just say good morning. Oh, almost, yes, almost midnight. Oh, oh. We had some rains a couple of days ago, but we are going into winter. This we call it a solstice, something like that. So we are going to winter when we are heading to summer. So while one part of the world is having winter, the other part of the world is having summer. Can you imagine? So tonight there'll be rain. Earlier on, we were talking about how people react to, let me say, free food, in the sense of you're given what should I say, a special or a meal deal, and because they're going to add a piece or two to what you get in celebration of birth anniversary, or people pack up at the place. I don't know if that happened. If that happens in New Zealand, maybe it happens too. Maybe it's a norm among people. You know, the freeness. I'm looking at the freeness mentality. So they are going to get up two pieces of fried chicken in the order that they are making. No more than two. It's a special deal. And they will go there from 5 o'clock in the morning before they break to form lines so that they can be the first ones to go inside and get. What are your views on that? What do you think? I mean, it doesn't have to be what you say. Right, two extra piece, and it may not be two big piece neither. Maybe two little piece catch in the box. I'm sure so when the people get the box and see it, they going to hiss their teeth. So what are your views on that? If you are still there, Nisa. Does it make sense? Lady in the line with baby, it could have created a stampede where they step all in our belly or step on, just nobody knows where they're putting their feet as long as they get inside the building. That lady and the babies are that thing again. But it boils back to me too. I don't want to say education. And I don't want to say poverty. I don't want to say that, but to me, it's like they make that amount of money that they make island wide. Okay, fair enough. They would have made billions, and then you're not going to hear how much money they make. They're going to make billions because all the locations have done it. So everything that is in stock is going to be cleaned out. And what is not cleaned out yesterday will be warmed up and served the next day. They're not going to throw it away. Right? They're not going to throw it away. When you go now to buy another day, the workers cannot bring out those secrets. They're not going to throw it away. And it may just finish. Can you imagine? Because they say they will do until storage, they're out of stock. Remember, they have it there. And they know how much to season. They know how much to have just at hand. So when the storage is, when they're out of stock, all old things put together, clean out. Sorry, then they clean out the place to put in new stock. I wonder how long some of those chickens were there. I wonder how good some of those things that they used to prepare, whatever. People doesn't take good. They want to make a song, man. And they say everything is on social media, And you hear the people them cussing. I hear them. I said, but what is this? People are cussing, man. They want that thing. So nobody would have prepared any meal yesterday. And I wonder if they're going to do it for today. I wonder if it's for the rest of the week. I wonder if it's just for yesterday or if it's for the rest of the week. One day, that's why they all went down there. I can't imagine. I think the storage is empty. And they said they will do it as long as stock. They have stock. Once they're out of stock, then they will end it. And don't think they didn't plan for it, they planned for it. So maybe they take everything out from broilers. But the next one name, I don't think they still have best dress, cannot see best, but when them don't take everything from everybody, clean out everybody's storage, then they clean up now and prepare for the summer. Mm-hmm. It was a well organized we call it Restaurants of Jamaica. So every different place that they take chicken from. I know that one time they would normally take chicken, import their own chicken. I don't know if they have changed and doing it with the locals. But if they do it with the locals, and locals have a lot of chicken because the chicken price is kind of high now, they go and clean out. Maybe they clean out all on a wharf. Because it's not just for one location, it's throughout the whole island. The whole island. But the person was showing those 3 locations that they could show. So maybe the ones that I saw, Myers. Who are the Myers again? Who are the Myers? I know they talk about Restaurants of Jamaica, or maybe only a group of them. I think Restaurants of Jamaica takes in KFC, Pizza Hut, Island Grill. I think okay, but well, however those people are, they are rotten rich. They don't have to go anywhere because I can tell you, whenever we go on trips, church or any grouping, you cannot pass KFC. You cannot pass it. If you're going to pass it, people vex with you. Next stop, KFC, KFC. It's a well spoken name throughout. Sorry. Well spoken mayors. Yeah, man, that's what I said. No, they don't have any in I don't know if there's any in Hanover. But I know maybe they have in Hanover now. But I know they have in Westmoreland, St. Elizabeth, Manchester, Clarendon, St. Catherine, Kingston, St. Andrew, Moby, quite a few parishes have. But by now, they would have expanded themselves out to, extended out to other parishes and set up location. Wherever one, it was supposed to be in Lucy so many years ago. And I think Lucy didn't have the part for them to do the drive-through. So maybe that's why it was too tiny. So maybe. And people normally fix up chicken a certain way and then call it KFC. We have KFC chicken, but in that really they buy it there, They just try to fix it, their fried chicken like that because they know that children especially likes fried chicken. Children likes fried chicken. So Lisa, do you know anything about the Myers? Are they from New Zealand? Are they from New Zealand? Because I know that the New Zealand people them are big time entrepreneurs. They go about set up businesses. Well, that's how it is. We have to just look beyond and say, well, whatever the reason, these people must have been, should I say, hungry. So what are they going to do? Take the chicken and cut a piece, put with a slice of bread or something, and that is breakfast or dinner. Maybe dinner. But I think if they had taken their money and go buy certain things, they could have had it. You work on the wharf. Okay. Be careful and put you in one of the container. When I saw those huge containers the day when they had the freak storm, as if the wind was going to lift them, and they leaned them and packed them on each other. I said, wait, you know, it could be them too because they were in it could be Jewish, you say, but they always have the capital. They they are in the United States and they have their recipe that they don't share. And I think there's a history behind it. How the person started it and then the business, you know. Lucy, I don't know what you're saying when you put up those signs. I don't know. I don't understand. But then I know, and I don't think the people them up here really into, you know, that. I think they're more on the McDonald's side. I think our people more into the KFC. But McDonald's was out there many years ago and they removed. But I think the people up here more on the McDonald's if they still do. Okay, I don't know anything about them also. But all I know is a money making place. Money making. I don't know. That is why they should have had chicken as part of our national dish. Chicken should be and not saltfish. Because Jamaicans doesn't consume saltfish as how they consume chicken meat. Same thing again. Okay, the Graham Holmes Carib Theatre. Okay. Everybody, all, all children likes KFC. It, they like it. All children likes it. All children likes KFC. Is the Carib Theatre still in operation? I remember it was closed down. People not going to theatre anymore. Oh, the Carib Theatre. Oh, Carib, they have one up by Old Crossroad, right? Oh, oh, the one I was thinking of really is World Theatre. We would normally go and watch plays. I think that one, I think they're fixing it or it's not yet finished. Something is there problematic. And Carib is up by Crossroad. Okay. The Jews are always the ones with the capital, right? They are the ones with the capital who do a lot of investing, right? So, you know, one has to be careful, though. People can be so crazy about food, but I leave it there because people, you have some people who sells at school gate. They will buy and go and sell because I look at it to say that people have to hustle, but then, you know, people have to hustle. So they go and buy a couple meal deals and they put it along with what they fry, and they know the children will like it and they'll get to sell. You understand me? Yeah, man. I remember when I want to fix up fried chicken, I want to do it the KFC style. But you know, it never really tastes like KFC sometimes. But sometimes it's nice because we tend to put a little more seasoning, you know, and we don't use the oil till it burns. So I think when we do it at our own home, but there's something with KFC chicken and children. Or let me say people. They like it. Let me not steal their joy. Let me not steal their joy. They say beat a man and give him his right. Children loves KFC, so we let them go with it. So I guess it's going now after 7. I guess it's going after 7. That place, it shouldn't close down. 7:47. I know it was going up to 8 o'clock. It was a place where we can generate what you say now, income, where when persons are training at over by School of Drama. I don't know. I don't know if they have that anymore. Then they come and have groups, and they use the War Theatre as a central location. But Louise Bennett passed on, God bless her soul, and I don't see we have too many persons in that line of, promoting Jamaica's culture. We had Leonie Forbes, and she passed on a long time. Quite a few of them gone. And the only one I can look at right now is Faye Ellington. And I think she's supposed to be very old now. She has retired a long time. So the few that are there, they're not in the limelight anymore. So, because I've heard so many things where money was spent to refurbish the place and all bangarang, all kind of things happen. Happy Thursday to you, Sister Pat. Happy Thursday to you. Were you in the line? Were you downtown or at Portmore? It would be nice. And you know what? A nice way to taste it, Sister Lisa, if you can get some Jamaican spices. It would be nice if you could visit Jamaica too, and we'll be traveling for days. Yeah, I realize it. More theater coming like and people not going to theater again. So some of the Chinese they invite out to operate it like a mechanic shop downtown, or a supermarket. If you're not able to reach Jamaica to get some of their food, you can check the stores and you see some maybe West Indian stores where you're at if you have any, or you see some Jamaican spices that you can put on meats, in soups, in your pastry. You get that Jamaican taste. It would be nice. Oh, Pat, you're in Mandeville. Why do I think you were in St. Catherine? Are you close to the border of St. Elizabeth and Mandeville? I was looking at your complexion. I wonder if you were connected to those people down in St. Elizabeth. I'm troubling you. Yes, Pat, Jamaica. I see you, man. Go cook up your breakfast, man. Because we'll soon be off in a while. Yeah, Jamaican food is the best because although I'm here, Sister Tess, and I still prepare my meals as if it's Jamaican. Oh, you mean you were bad in your young days? Sister Lisa, I mean you were bad in your young days and can't leave the country. Oh, you were rude. Okay, you were exploring. I'm teasing you. We all have our moments. Yes, man, you'll probably see some Jamaican spices. The pepper sauce. Because I'm here, and I do see Jamaican things too, and I still use them. So that's why, with all of that, it's like I am always, just like I don't get the naturalness of the thing. They have them in tin. I still use the coconut milk, but I'm accustomed to the one that I would grate or blend. But this one now, they have them in tin. One thing though, I just can't drink the coconut water in the tin. I cannot bring myself to drink it. But people drink it and say it's nice. And I am somebody who likes coconut water. But I'm not. With all the jelly in the tin, I don't know how long it's in the tin for. And although the fish, I love my fish from back home, the fish here tastes different. So sometimes, you have to just make up your mind and confirm whether it's vegetables or you're a meat eater. Along the way, it's different. Because I remember I wanted to cook curry goat, and they, they, um, they have deer meat, deer. And when you say they don't tell us deer meat, but then along the way you learn it's deer meat. So it don't taste like our goat. It's all, everything is different. And then you end up have to accept the taste of the food here. But I cook my banana, yam, and I've not seen breadfruit. I see jackfruit. But they don't slice up the jackfruit. They sell the whole jackfruit, and I don't need a whole jackfruit. But I see things, planting, church, I see same things. But when you're away from home, you want to try different things. Like when you're meeting us on the DTV, and we are from the Caribbean, you're going to want to try different Caribbean foods. And that is why I can distinctly tell you that in my early days, I usually like Anka butter. I'm telling you, and I'm not the only person. Anka butter was a name brand butter from New Zealand. We used to get a lot of products from New Zealand. I remember Anka. I don't remember yogurt, but I remember Anka completely. Right. And then sometimes what they do, they try to make the spices look like ours, but it's a little difference. Jamaicans may be there, but Jamaicans are all over the place. If you go to Alaska, in the pole, north or south, you will find Jamaicans. I don't know how they reach some of the places. They're just everywhere. But exposure allows you to want to explore. Okay, so maybe the Polynesians are close to us in the Caribbean. Maybe we are close to them. And you are Maori. So maybe the Polynesians. Yes, so guys, I'm going to hop off this morning. People are resting. They are not ready to get out of bed. I don't know if they'll be ever out of bed for the morning. I'm going to, and I know that because it's holiday. But if I had remembered that it's holiday, I wouldn't have come on so early. But I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. Okay, you have two ways of cooking in the ground. What are the two ways, Lisa? Share with us. What are the two ways? Okay, Lisa, that's one thing I say sometimes. I wish we could talk instead of writing, but it's a policy. And I'm not somebody who like to do texting. I'm not, I can bother sometimes. You're trying to go quickly, you're trying to make a mistake, you know. Today is what is known as Juneteenth. I supposed to go and look up some more about it and can talk about it later. I know it's my 23, my third Juneteenth here. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to do it. Right, that's why I'm trying to spend the next few minutes and come off the live. Because when I saw it, I couldn't believe. I couldn't believe. So I want to just end the live at the next 7 minutes so I can say we were on for an hour and a half. And Sister Tess, if you believe, before I go, but last afternoon or evening, from I've been doing live, it's the first I've gotten such a great number in WH, if you know what I mean. First. And that's why I say the interaction is what the algorithm wants. Response, communicating, sharing. It's not just for one person to be talking like you're at a church and the pastor preaching and then sometimes you amen, nothing more. You know? I say, I tell you, you see, I put myself in it too. You see, if we allow God to take to rule in our lives, wonders can happen. I want to say, or I'm saying this to say that I was going to talk about faithfulness yesterday, and for some reason, the word patience come to me because I know I'm pushing really hard to reach the total watch hours, and God knows me pushing, and God knows that people not really give me the support, but they want me to give them support. So patience come to me. So I said, let me deal with patience, and I said to myself, I'm not going to read just the verse. I'm going to go to the whole chapter. And there are so much things in the chapter I had to focus on the patience because I nearly go and focus on the fruits of the spirit. But I said, no, this fruit of the spirit is a wider, it's much, much wider. You know, I can only pull one. I could have taken any other, but God pointed to me to take patience. And I put myself and say, you know, something, I'm pushing so hard. And at the same time, I'm not trying to rest or wait. When I went to work yesterday, I just feel me rocking. I say, what is wrong with me? But I know that I need sleep. So I was happy that I chose patience. But little did I know, another one was going to come in the evening. That's the one about peace, right? Much peace and blessing to you too. Okay, okay, real, okay, okay. So you do steam and roast. Okay, all right. The Mari is more of a steamed pressure cooker, and then Umo, which is more of a roasted taste. Okay, so we are learning here. We are learning here. Have a wonderful day, Sister Liz. Happy that you could come by. And we are not far off from going off just now. In a few minutes, we are going to be off. Yes, cooking in the ground. We are going to read up some more on it. Hi, Kenzie. Good morning. So, bye, Sister Liz. Happy to have you. And we are all packing up ourselves to move out shortly. What was I saying before? Actually, I look away and then, oh, and when this person had come on, and I was a little skeptic. I said, I wonder what is this now? Right? And I said, this person looks suspicious. But anyhow, I said, let me watch the conversation. And when the person said, could I talk about peace? And I was a bit taken aback for somebody to come just like that. And I was sort of saying, why the person never put up anything else other than peace? Then the person, I said, let me try. I said, the way I can do it, you were here hearing me. I think you were here at the time. Um, maybe what I say may not be to what the person want, but at the end of it all, what I'm trying to say is, he may say that he doesn't, I don't know how much what I've said. So it tells me that people are going through life. I'm happy that he had given me a super chat, and because next week you will hear me talking about bless up the super chat, I will sound like Andre Stevens. Bless up the super chat. I'm not going to do it this week. I'm getting myself organized. I don't want to say it and laugh. So, you know, so, and, when I appreciate it so much because you have to have at least $10. I don't know how much they're going to give and what they're going to do for them to put in something in the AdSense account. How much it will be, I don't know. I'm just hoping that it will be favorable, and I'm just hoping for the best, right? So I am still anxious, and at the same time, I'm told to have patience. But there's anxiety in me, wanting to see what it will be like. But I have to have patience. So if I have patience, I'm going to have some peace. Boy, Sister D, I wish you were closer. I don't know much about this thing. And you say you want me to get whatever plaque. And when I see some people get the plaque for true, they be out there excited and jump up and behave. I said to myself, when will I reach there? But God is all. Trust Him and believe that one day He will make things happen. And we don't know. I'm just, it's my first time. And I'm just still, something in me want to see, you know. The other day I was trying to get all the information into them and it was not working. I was frustrated. And I said, boy, it look like me will just call it and just no bother. But what is this? Somebody gives me $1.99. Thank you. I don't know. I'm just talking. Tetia, somebody gives me, I get some money. Thank you, Preppy. I was just here talking. Preppy, have a good day. Hi, have a good day. Thank you, Preppy. I've never seen you on my live, but maybe you come in another name. And I was just here trying to know Biggie XD. What is that? I don't understand. No Biggie XD. What's Preppy things? I don't know. Well, I thank you for the super chat. It's like I was just trying to reminisce. That's why we have to be careful with it. I was just trying to reminisce how much I felt, and I believe that all who were on the chat with me last evening, I believe they were blessed. I believe because my soul was blessed. When I woke up in the night, it just reflecting on what we had said, and I know that what I was doing was not a pretense, and I didn't go on to talk about some of the things. I just wanted to just be with, you know. Thank you so much. Where in the world are you, Preppy things? And I'm here reminiscing, and sharing, and then I see this pop up at me. I'm really appreciative and thankful. I'm appreciative and thankful, because YouTube has opened a door where I'm not looking at it selfishly. I want to use it in more than one way. I want to be a vehicle where I can share the word. I want to be able to encourage people, because if I've been through some unhappy times, and if there were not persons who had encouraged me along, maybe I wouldn't have been here today, because we don't know when we are unhappy, we don't know what can happen to us, right? We don't know what can happen to us. So when we bless others, when we are being blessed, we must learn to bless others too, right? And here Pepe comes and gives me a super chat. I didn't give him anything put down. Whatever he chooses, I have to accept and be grateful and be respectful. And that's all I say. When persons are on a chat and they are disrespecting other persons, they too can drive away, which they know, the trollers especially, they can drive away those persons who genuinely have an interest in the channel. And persons who have an interest in the channel, I believe they will stay around. They will not want anyone to destroy it unnecessarily. They want to see it grow. They want to make their contribution. Because really, I've never been a part of anything that is destructive. Thank you, my dear. I like the orange, orange. And I said this morning, the colors that you wear at times show the whatever. It's the mood that you're in. So I am happy this morning to be alive. I didn't get to go. I will look at the video with the walks. Don't think I abandoned, I will look and comment. Right? So today I know is Juneteenth Day and people are in their beds relaxing. But Lady J, in the meantime while I'm talking, I'm going to ask you to write a little bit of something about Juneteenth so that when persons come on the lives, people go back and look at the video, they can see that what Juneteenth mean. Because I'm not from here, not remembering Juneteenth, what it is about. So then just write one little something, right? Juneteenth is so and so. And you have to go do no research. Just write a little something. And they can say what they do, Because I would love a person like this lady is from New Zealand. She's gone now, but I want to give people the opportunity where even when they leave the life, they can come back and look, watch and so forth. Sometimes the messages are not back in time because YouTube has to go to every information that is written. So even though we are speaking and we are writing, if I don't try to make amends with some of the things that are written down, they can, So I try to look through at the end of a life to see if there's anything anybody writes that is not pleasant. And I don't want it to be seen as, like I'm not paying attention or people are just writing bad things because they don't know that the hosts have the privilege to go back through. So even when I'm looking, I'm speaking, and the moderator may not see or it may miss my sight, but I like to go back through and look before posting it. And I would say the same to anybody. Somebody may just say your eyes too big or ugly or something, and you're not comfortable. You go back through to every live I do. I try to go back through and look, run back through the thing. So here I am this morning, giving God thanks for another day, and I feel like I will go back and take a nap. I think I'm going to do because I have a meeting at about 3 o'clock, and I have some videos, and I have to do the videos before I don't know, because I have to do the videos. But because the eyes, them really not know like they want to go and get clothes again for a couple. For me, I don't have to sleep long, I can just go and get a few minutes rest my eyes, a few minutes, and then I'm back again. So I'm glad for today. One thing for sure, I'm glad. All right, I'm going to do the video now. I'm taking you away because I may go and take a sleep and do 2 hours and forget about it. So I'm gonna hop off. I had said I would hop off at 1.5 hours. Now I'm 7 minutes past the hour and a half. So we have iron in the fire. And when the irons get too hot, you don't know which one to take out because they are very hot. So they're going to become overheat, right? So, guys, have a wonderful morning and don't do things that you regret. Sometimes things comes in a way for you to say, speak your mind. My parents always tell me that I'm too plain because I tend to want to say what's on my mind. So I'm trying now to be realistic, right? I'm trying now to be understanding of other person's feelings, right? Because I want them to understand me too. So all of who have been on the live, Tatiana, I'm glad you are here and you never leave out. And I'm happy. And everybody, Lady J, New Zealand, reluctant gamer, hop off, he has to go to whatever. Some have to go to school. I'm happy everybody had taken a little time out. So enjoy the rest of the day and have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I hope to be back in the early afternoon, maybe about 1 o'clock. About 1 o'clock, because I'm giving myself time, do my video, put out the video, and all of that. Bye. And Preppy gave me a super chat. Remember, guys, we are very happy for the super chat. Happy. And Happy Scotch Plays came on with a rude comment, but I'll tolerate that comment for a while. And Xavier Hunter. Nice having you, Xavier. You're new. And Reluctant Gamer was there. Ayol Julapan. We have to be understanding. Carla Dala. I'm happy for everybody. Hero FV. Just looking at it. That girl Maddie. I don't want to skip out anybody. Anybody feel that I did it on purpose. So I'm going back through. And guys, when we are going to have a discussion, please leave out the politics. And Sister Lisa, leave out the politics because I don't get meddled into it. I leave it. I don't want anybody come and push anything and the next thing we end up in any problem. Right? So let's leave out the politics and let us continue to do what we can do, which is sharing the word and making each other comfortable.